Welcome to our project, Le Shifu. This project involves working with our client, NTT Japan, on a robot called SOTA. The initial project brief was to research into how we can best deploy the robot in society. Our solution is Le Shifu. Le Shifu is a program that would allow SOTA to act as an intelligent cooking assistant, walking the users through recipes, updating the user's grocery lists, and much more. After deciding the use cases, we had to come up with the requirements of the project. We performed a Moscow analysis, and this is the table we produced. NTT focuses on 3 pillars. Internet of Things. Internet of Things will allow SOTA to connect to the user's smartphone and update the user's notes with a grocery list when the user requests. Agent AI. If users have more than one SOTA robot connected to each other, SOTA would use spatial recognition to determine which robot it should respond from. And Voice UI. This involves taking in voice commands and acting accordingly. We carried out extensive research on the 3 pillars to understand and develop a use case that supported all the pillars. Our research involved defining and understanding what each of the pillars entail. Furthermore, we worked on understanding various applications of each of the pillars in modern society. After this research, we concluded that the intelligent cooking assistant would be the best fit. The required and chosen APIs are Speech API, for which we chose the Google Cloud Speech API, Image Recognition API, for which we chose Clarify, and the Recipe API, for which we chose Spoonacular. We tested multiple APIs from the Microsoft Bing Speech API to the Yumly API for recipes. However, the APIs chosen above provided the most accurate and relevant results for our use case. This design displays the architecture of our system. We used the Google Cloud Platform to convert speech to text. Written Java code and internal APIs then perform the required action depending on the text returned from the Google Speech API. This data is then returned to the user either directly through speech or through another device via a cloud system. We believe that the speech-to-text feature should convert speech to text for further processing within the Java program, reduce background noise in order to extract voice commands, and carry out conversion accurately and quickly. This diagram shows how the user communicates with SOTA and how the voice recorded is then converted to text using the Cloud Speech API. The Image Recognition API should be able to identify food ingredients accurately, and it should do so within 5 to 10 seconds. It should also pick the most relevant answers out of all the possible generated. This diagram illustrates how SOTA makes use of Clarify for image recognition. SOTA takes an image, which is then used by the Clarify API, which then sends back a result with 2 parameters, the identified object and the percentage of certainty. We performed various experiments on SOTA and the external APIs needed to implement our key features of this product. We performed operational tests, such as taking pictures. This video demonstrates SOTA taking a picture. SOTA looks for a person who is smiling, then takes a picture of them. Another test we performed was motion sampling. This video shows how we tested SOTA's arm movements. We also tested the text-to-speech and Google Cloud Speech API. This image shows how we tested the Google Cloud Speech API. We asked the question, "What is the temperature in London?" and the API responded with a textual representation of the question with a confidence of 78%. We also tested the Clarify API. We provided Clarify with an image of some carrots, and it returned various tags related to the image. Spoonacular API was our chosen API for recipes. We believe the Recipe API should be able to find relevant recipes within a target amount of time. It should also parse the obtained website to return accurate instructions. We provided the API with some ingredients, and it returned code which showed various recipes which involved using the ingredients we entered. So far, we have achieved the following. We have chosen a specific use case that we feel SOTA is best suited for, keeping in mind the three pillars. We researched on external APIs that can help us achieve the aim of this project. We also experimented on the APIs chosen and SOTA itself. This is a chart that displays our future plans. Thank you.